Now on CoastTV News.
District 20 showdown education experience taking center stage as this special election heats up.
100th Pony Swim.
This week is the most exciting week.
The tradition, excitement, and what makes this year's Pony Penning Week unforgettable.
Right now we are tracking hazardous air quality conditions. We'll explain what that means to you coming up.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
These two women facing off to be the face of District 20. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with rising tensions between two candidates.
On your screen is Democrat Alonna Berry and Republican Nikki Miller, who are racing in the 20th district seat, Delaware House of Representatives race. That seat was vacated when Stell Parker Selby resigned. Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken live in Milton. Emma, the special election 1 week from today, but a lot of people are voting early.
Maddie, as people head into the polls to cast their ballots, those two names they're seeing are raising several questions on both sides. This empty House seat is what Democrat Alonna Berry and Republican Nikki Miller are fighting for in District 20's special election on August 5th. But like any election, it hasn't been without a little tension. Both women are running with their education experience at the forefront of their campaigns. Miller, a longtime educator and former Cape Henlopen High School principal, argues that Berry never held a teaching license.
I have my credentials, I have my certification, I never let it lapse. And I would just say, speaking upon me, is that I have the experience in education to be the lead in education, if that's what we're going on.
Berry, a former math teacher, instructional coach, and school founder, says she had her initial license and then moved to roles that didn't require a continuing license.
Like many educators who transition from the classroom into leadership roles, policy, or nonprofit work, there's not a requirement to keep your certificate active. So that was true for me, as it is for many others.
Miller also alleges Berry did not vote in the recent Cape Henlopen School Board election and never voted in a referendum.
I know life is busy. We're all busy, so you have to find ways to be able to get around it. And sometimes things happen and you might miss one, but 3 opportunities I did show up and vote for all 3 because it is important to me.
Berry says for the school board, she was dealing with health complications involving childbirth and did not provide comment on the referendums, but says she doesn't believe it was a total of 3 recent elections, as Miller said.
I am committed to doing is making sure that our voting process is more accessible to voters in our district. And that includes ensuring that early voting is a part of the process for referendums and for school boards.
Tensions rise as the number of votes does too. Miller's campaign also expressed concerns over her candidate information not being on the Department of Elections website until yesterday morning. Miller says she does not believe this was intentional, but sees how it could raise questions. Berry says she can't speak on behalf of the Department of Elections, and the department themselves says this was a human error that they will work to prevent in the future. Reporting live here in Milton, Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
Now, early voting continues, as you saw where Emma was live. Right now it's happening. The Delaware Department of Elections says over 3,000 people have voted in 4 days. That's about 16% of District 20, which is the Lewis and Milton areas so far.
And if you want to join that 16%, here's how you do it. People can head to the polls anytime from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. today, so you got just a little bit more time to go. From July 30th to August 3rd, early voting runs from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. This is at the Lewis Elementary and Mariner Middle School. Election day itself, that's August 5th, with polls open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m.
DENREC says today is an ozone code orange air quality action day for Delaware. According to DENREC, it's classified as unhealthy for sensitive groups. The department says today's conditions will allow pollutants to get trapped in the air. They say people can help keep the air clean by riding the bus or carpooling, avoiding gas-powered lawnmowers, and lighter fluid with barbecues. Speaking of that air quality, let's go ahead and take a live look outside into Milford as we turn it over to our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams with a look at our forecast. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening. The problem we have with the air quality is not based on problems with smoke, and I'll demonstrate that for you in just a moment. It's not contaminants, it's really the heat and the humidity and the combination of that causing a heaviness in the air. Our tunnel razor cam, we're at 96 degrees right now in Lewis. That's along the water, folks, and we're talking about it staying in the 90s until about 8 o'clock with partly cloudy skies. Air quality alert is in effect for not only the beach towns, but the inland areas as well. So from Lewis down down to Ocean View, all along Highway 1. Then as you go inward for Long Neck, Frankfort, Millsboro, but also Broadacres, Laurel, Seaford, all those areas, Georgetown, down to Ward, Lowe's Crosswords, as well as Gumboro. Now, this is not just Sussex County. It's inclusive of Kent and all the way up really into the entire Philadelphia area. So everybody's feeling the heaviness of the air. Now, how heavy is it? We're talking about unhealthy for some. We're talking about keep indoors, windows closed, limit your outdoor activity to shorter times, and for longer outdoor tasks, take more breaks, do less intense activities outside. So, all that being said, here's a look at our future of smoke. And we do this small scale modeling to kind of show you it's not contaminants that's causing the problem. The smoke is staying well to our north. It's about the heat. You see, we're at 90 in Long Neck, 92 in Laurel, 92 in Seaford. But look at how hot it is. It feels like 108 in Redden, 102 in Seaford. And so that's where we are at this present time as we get ready to take a look at this. So in the evening time, we'll stay very clear. More on that coming up in a moment, Maddie.
Thank you, Paul. We're going to show you footage Saturday from Cape Henlopen's main beach. It's not as crowded today, partially because a swimming advisory has been issued after larger amounts of fecal bacteria was found at Cape Henlopen, Maine, Deauville Beach in Rehoboth, and Lake Como Beach, that's in Smyrna. This is the third time in a month a swimming advisory was issued in Sussex County due to the bacteria, which happens often after heavy rainstorms. And you can head to our website right now for more information on these advisories, what causes them, and who they could impact most. Happening now, a master plan for Milton Parks. That's what officials are discussing at tonight's Parks and Rec meeting. According to the agenda, conversations include inventory of the parks and a review of conditions and any cleanup. That started at 6 at the Cannery Village Clubhouse.
People with disabilities can now traverse Delaware State Park trails with ease. The track chair, a motorized chair equipped with treads, is available at local state parks, including Cape Henlopen and Trap Pond. Track chairs are free and available in 3-hour increments. For more information and what state parks they will be available at, you can check our CoastTV.com website.
Jellyfish fears are a story up and down Delmarva's coast. More and more reports of stings coming in. Viewers might remember we reported on Delaware jellyfish last week, but the tides brought those jellies down to OC. The Beach Patrol says a major increase in stings over the past weeks, and if you get stung, they'll help you.
The guards usually have what we call sting kill packets, and if they see the lifeguard, they can get some of them and apply to the affected area.
Stone says the water getting warmer earlier could be to blame, as the warmest temperatures usually start in August. We are less than a day away from the 100th annual Chincoteague Pony Swim, where people from across Delmarva and the country come to the Saltwater Cowboys and watch them guide the wild ponies across the Assateague Channel. Coast TV News reporter Brandon Ferguson live there in Chincoteague. Brandon, visitors and locals already taking part in the week.
Maddie, if you're trying to go anywhere right now in downtown Chincoteague, it's going to take you a few extra minutes. We've already seen this road almost go to a standstill with traffic, all in anticipation for tomorrow's pony swim. But in the meantime, tonight you can be doing fun things like we've been doing all night at Funland Amusements. Now, where we are at right now is not to be confused with the fairgrounds, where the carnival is going to be at 7. And if you watched our 5 p.m. newscast, you know how I fared at this game. I have the prize to prove it. But I'm going to see what I can do with my putting skills. Now, I did watch Happy Gilmore too. I don't know if that's going to be more positive or a negative thing for my golf game, but we'll see what I can do here. All right, set. Now, if I would have made that, I don't know what I would have said, but I didn't make it, and that's why I'm a broadcaster. Now, we caught up with a few people here that say the pony swim tomorrow takes their breath away.
It's just the most exciting thing I've ever witnessed, you know. You get in a boat or you get in a kayak and you're right there with them.
Now, it is important to note, much like the pony swim tomorrow, the carnival, it's a big part of Chincoteague here, and it is a fundraiser for the fire department here in town. And we are just one sunset away from the 100th annual pony swim tomorrow. Live in Chincoteague, Brandon Ferguson, Coast TV News.
And this brings us right into our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what is your favorite part of Pony Penning Week.
Let's take a look at the updated results from last news hour. 69% say the swim, 4% say the carnival, 19% say seeing the ponies up close, 4% say the beach walk, and 4% say the auction.
And I love it all. If you haven't voted yet, you can go do that right now at CoastTV.com or use your mobile app, and we will show you updated results on Coast TV News at 11. And if you want to watch it but you can't make it, well, listen up. We have coverage for you, and it begins at 7 a.m. tomorrow. That is Wednesday on the Delmarva Sports Network and anywhere on DSN Plus, the app. You can watch live as the Saltwater Cowboys guide those ponies across the Assateague Channel to Chincoteague Island. Don't miss the tradition, the excitement, the magic of the pony swim, only on DSN.
Despite the fun, there is increased security at the swim due to alleged threats. Visitors are restricted from bringing umbrellas, large water bottles. Only clear bags can be used. All items brought to the pony swim will be subject to search. In March, the town said there were threats online and that maybe they're nothing, but Chincoteague wanted to be prepared just in case.
You'll notice a really large presence of law enforcement, whether it be dogs or police officers, undercover. Everybody's here, and we're working with them. So if you see something, say something. There's just one of those things where it's better to say something and it'd be nothing. And
Leonard says the town is working with the federal and state governments to make sure everyone is safe. And we have a lot more news to get to this evening.
In sports, we preview Championship Thursday. These local teams have a chance to take home the Maryland Supreme Summer League crown.
And hot for the horses. Take a look at your Chincoteague forecast. We're looking at 88 degrees. It's going to feel more like the mid to upper 90s. Remember, watch it live right here with DSN, and we'll be doing all that coverage.
But first, Chincoteague ponies get their final vet checks before the swim. We'll take you there in just 60 seconds.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
Dozens of people watch dozens of ponies close up before the Chincoteague Pony Swim.
Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zappé takes us to the vet checks. Those ensure that the wild ponies are healthy before the most unique event on Delmarva.
Chincoteague ponies got checked out today before hitting the water Wednesday morning. Bonnie and Randy Coddington have been coming to this event for over 40 years. And they not only love watching the ponies swim, but everything around it too.
This week is the most exciting week with them rounding them up and swimming them, doing the vet checks, the auction.
Volunteer Lori Walton says this year is especially important.
Well, you're witnessing history. Of course, this is our 100th year of doing pony penning.
On Tuesday at the South Herd Corral, all the ponies were lined up and checked out for their health. But also, foals were selected for the auction. 6 will be buybacks.
They have a red dot on them. They will come out for auction, and whoever gets the winning bid, they get to name it. They give it back to the fire department. They get a tax write-off.
Meaning they'll stay living with the herd. The ponies that aren't buybacks are auctioned off, ensuring the herd's population stays in check. Some ponies going to families just like the Coddingtons.
From the auction, we had one. Yeah. It was back in 1994, I think it was, that we got them.
As for right now, these ponies are soaking in the sun. But by Wednesday morning, they're swimming in the water. So if you want to make your way to Chincoteague Island and see some of these ponies swim, you still have time. I'm Kevin Zappé in Chincoteague Island, Coast TV News.
Here's a look at your golf forecast. Listen, we're looking for conditions to stay a bit on the steamy side, but still good enough, provided you stay hydrated because it's going to be hot, humid, and feel like 100 to 104 degrees. Air quality is our primary concern. Despite how beautiful the horizon is looking, we have to be very mindful of that, particularly if you have chronic breathing problems, elderly, just in general. I mean, it looks a very innocent and unassuming kind of a day, and pretty much it is, but you just got to be mindful of that. This is courtesy of our Gateway Subaru camera. Now, we will ease our way into the lower 80s as early as 10 o'clock for this evening with very little to few clouds beginning to stream into our direction. And this is more of a problem not with pollutants in the atmosphere, but really the combination of heat and humidity and the stagnant aspects of the atmosphere over our small area over Delmarva. 90 where we are right now in Long Neck. It's 88 degrees in Milton, 90 in Bridgeville, Seaford, Laurel, and Delmar. Now let's take a look at what it feels like right now. It feels like 108 in Redmond, 99 near 100 for us in Seaford and Georgetown, 98 in Delmar. And this has cooled down since earlier this evening, but we're still holding at 109 currently at Ocean Pines. So our muggy meter stays elevated to very humid to miserable for today, Wednesday, and Thursday until we drop off dramatically going into the weekend. And that's when a few storms will step through and tremendously cool things down to the point where we actually become almost a little chilly overnight over the weekend. But that's for the weekend. The here and now goes like this. Air quality alert active for Colony, Hollowville, Millsboro, Frankfort, Clarksville, Long Neck, Lewis, all the way up towards Milford, Harrington, Statenville, Greenwood, Andrewsville, Riverview, as well as Bowers, and really the entire state. That means we're going to have difficulty with breathing for everybody statewide. What's happening is we're at an orange level right now. Here's what this means. It's unhealthy for some, okay? Chronic breathing problems. Keep doors, windows closed, limit outdoor activities, shorter times, and for longer outdoor tasks, take more breaks, do less intense activity outside, okay? Even if you're healthy, back off of it. Let's not get macho about this thing, okay? Wednesday, hazy, hot, humid, stifling heat, 100 to 110 is what it's going to feel like. Then towards the end of the week, going into the weekend, that's when stormy conditions will kick in, and it will cool things off. So there will be a benefit to the stormy weather this time around. But tomorrow, 94 in Georgetown and Millsboro. We're looking at 94 in Cambridge and Vienna, and at least 92 degrees. Snow Hill, Berlin, and 90 for the high, Ocean City. Along the coast, we disperse the different communities, specifically for the beaches, mainly out of the west and southwest. 88 for Rehoboth, that's on the low side. 92 for places like Lewis, Dewey Beach, Chincoteague, hint, hint, with the big horse run, okay? 92 for the high. Now, we're going to have triple digits. Georgetown, Seaford, 103. We're looking at another triple-digit situation for Thursday. It's not until Thursday night, Friday, where that rain comes through and rescues us from the heat and humidity. But you're going to have to wait on that because we got to muddle our way through a steamy Wednesday and then a possible steamy Thursday with some scattered showers. We'll drop by Friday with 75 degrees. That's a big-time drop and then cool over the weekend.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good evening, sports fans. The Maryland Supreme Summer League semifinals have been set. A chance to get to the championship game is on the line. The number 1 seed, Top Cut, known as Wycomico, will play the number 4 seeded Bury Tavern, known as Cambridge South Dorchester. Top Cut features Vic Collins. In addition to Tayshawn Swan, and CSD is led by Samaj Pinder, who has been averaging over 20 points per game this summer. The other semifinal game will be Johnson Trucking and the Laurel Dogs. Mardella, the 3 seed, and Laurel coming into this game as the 7 seed. Coverage will begin on DSN this Thursday at 6:15 p.m. And the Chincoteague Pony Swim is less than 24 hours away. And we asked you, the fans, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for the event? So far, it seems like on a scale of 1 to 10, you guys are about a 7, and there still is time to vote. So make sure you head over to DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com to do so. The 100th annual has an excitement out of at DSN, and you can head to our website to vote before the swim begins tomorrow at 7 a.m. That'll for sports. Have a great night, everybody.
George Prebilic of Milton, you're our umbrella giveaway winner, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration. Keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line, sponsored by Brockstedt, Mandalis, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. Listen, it's going to be muggy again for Wednesday, a bit stormy Thursday night going into Friday. Friday, a dramatic drop in temps. And over the weekend, thanks to the rain and the cold front pushing through, we may actually become a bit on the cool side.
All right, Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.